Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to try and do some edited videos. That way I can try and cut out the most of the coughing. As you've just seen, I've still got the cough. Today was the last day of my antibiotics and steroids. So I'm hoping for a little more recovery over the next day or two. Until then, I'm going to try and do, as I said, edited videos. That way I can at least try to cut out the biggest part of the coughing, or even just the most loudest coughing, because you all know coughs are like, they can be pretty horrendous and nobody really wants to hear them blown into their eardrums. Anyways, before we start this video, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Please do not harass, attack, or do any of that to anybody mentioned in this video. One moment. Okay, well, I'll try to do that each time I cough anyways. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is Michelle Sabate. Now, I'm not saying she's an angel. I'm not saying she's innocent in any of this. But it's gone too far. It's gone way, way too far. I am scared for her. I'm afraid that these people are going to push her completely over the edge. I'd love to know what their end game is, because there doesn't seem to be an end game. There doesn't seem to be an outcome that is good for anybody. I feel disappointed by the people who are supporting both sides. I will always come with facts and things that I see. And if I get new information, then there's a chance that my opinion could change. But all I can do is work with the facts that I have in front of me. I'm not going to sit and make assumptions. I'm not going to turn something into something it's not. And I'm going to try my best to be as upfront with you as possible. There's going to be a number of pauses in this, and it's going to be annoying as hell. Okay, so since Michelle kept going up on MichelleGoesLive's stream, despite people begging her not to, things went from bad to worse quickly. Molly offered to pay people $100 if they would drag Michelle, which, be real, most of you would. I'm looking down because I got notes that I wanted to make sure that I don't forget things. So we've got Penelope and the Amber channel, who are doing a lot of Molly's dirty work. The Amber channel has been in touch with Michelle's second ex-husband, has had conversations on him, and is also doing a live stream tonight with him, I believe. Now, I got numerous things to say about the DMs they've exposed and what the ex-husband have said, and I'm going to get into that. So, the ex-husband called Tim. I'm going to use his name because he already used his name on the Amber channel. In a DM, Twitter DM, Tim told Amber that Michelle was R-worded by her father. This was true because Michelle's grandmother confirmed what her monster of a son done to her daughter. And people wonder why Michelle is so fucked up. In the same DM, Tim said that Michelle was responsible for her baby's passing. Because of this, Amber and many others are blaming Michelle for the passing of her son. No, scrap that bit. Because of this, Michelle brought out the baby's certificate. The certificate that says why he passed away. This is a picture of Michelle reading that certificate. Sorry. My heart breaks. As it would for any parent who lost a child. And I think that was so cruel. Now, about Amber contacting the ex-husbands. Because I think she's contacted 2 maybe. I would need to go back and check and confirm that. But this cough's making me crazy. But I know for a fact that she's spoken with Tim. And I know for a fact that she's interviewing him on a live stream. Now, what I have to say about this, Amber thinks she's doing it for the right reasons. But if Tim has been divorced from Michelle for, how long now? 10, 12 years? Something around there. Then Michelle would be no longer in his life, making his life miserable. Until the Amber channel came along and dragged him back into Michelle's bullshit. Whether you like Michelle or not, you are putting that man back into her life. You are causing Michelle to speak on things about their marriage and possibly giving him a difficult place to be in, mentally and physically. An ex is an ex for a reason. Whether it be Tim's side or Michelle's side, an ex is an ex. They're never going to get up on camera and speak highly of someone. In most situations, anyway. So, to actually contact him, have him telling you stuff about Michelle, isn't exactly the achievement of the year. I'm pretty sure that most people's ex-husbands, wives, partners are going to give you all the dirt you want. Well, maybe their truth may not, well, maybe the one person's truth may not be another's. They always say, you have your truth, and then there's the middle. and you'd have to be blind to see that. As we're aware, Michelle was R-worded by her father. Tim confirmed this. He said that Michelle's grandmother confirmed that her monster of a son did this. Yet, Tim goes on to speak about Michelle's mother, the woman who defended her husband, sent Michelle off to a psych ward and protected her husband. But she's a great-grandmother, right? Oh, she's a real great-grandmother. And an absolutely fabulous fucking mother, too. Not. Because that is disgusting. He goes on to say that he thought that Michelle seduced her father. I apologise for all pauses. You really don't hear me coughing all the time. Michelle was 14. 14 when the man who had a part in creating her did that to her. So not only was she R-worded by the man who was supposed to be her knight in shining armour, her protector, she lost a baby. I'm not saying YouTube is the right place for her. I don't believe it is right now. Maybe in the future, if she managed to get her stuff together and manage to deal with what happened in her life, what was done to her, and realise that it wasn't her fault what he did to her. If Michelle learned to deal with the pain, the heartache, then maybe she could do something good on YouTube. Like really good. Helping people like herself. I don't know. It's just an idea. But if you think you're doing the right thing by dragging Tim into all of this, the only thing that can come out of this is more aggro for Tim. More drama. More stress. Now, one thing I've noticed about the Amber channel, she likes to threaten to sue people. You're lying on my name, you're lying on my business, I got an LLC. And I'm going to sue you for defamation. Okay? You do you. But you do realise an LLC doesn't mean that YouTube can't ban you off the platform, right? You're the one going after personal information, trying to get as much dirt as you can on Michelle. By contacting ex-husbands, by contacting people who knew her. Even Michelle's new male friend. Boyfriend, partner, whatever you want to call it. So because you know that she has a partner in her life, that means that you're going to now get as much information as you can on him, drag him through the dirt. He's done nothing to you. I just want to stop here and say something. I am not a supporter in any means of MichelleGoesLive. I think the woman is gross. But recently she found out her mother has the big C. My heart and my prayers go out to the family. It's awful. It really is, genuinely. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But Michelle had a guy come on her stream, and they're already digging up who he is, where he's from, and everything they can about him. It's wrong. People need to stop. How much are you going to do to destroy somebody's life? How much is YouTube really worth it? You can sit here telling everybody you're lying on me. I'm going to sue you. I'll see you in court till you're blue in the face. How many people do you think will acknowledge that? 10 maybe? Out of thousands? Because I would think you were joking, in all honesty. The way that the Amber Channel screams and shouts about suing everybody actually makes me kind of laugh. I find her tantrums amusing. When the ex-husband said that Michelle's mother was an amazing woman, an amazing grandmother, my first thoughts were, I couldn't believe another word this guy says. Not before that, and definitely not after. He says that he had to check the baby out at the hospital because Michelle tested positive for cannabis. I've never heard of that before. Ever. Maybe the bigger, harder drugs, yes, but never for cannabis. There's something about all of these stories we watch and the attacks that people make and the things that they say. I often hear, Michelle, do better. So-and-so, do better. Whoever you're aiming at, do better. But you're telling other people to do better when you're not doing better yourself. If we want other people to do better, we need to look at what's going on around us. And we need to take that opportunity for us to do better. And maybe, just maybe, if we do better, people watching us will also do better. So, I've said pretty much everything I wanted to, I think. Amber said that Michelle is nodding out. Well, think about this. Michelle is streaming 7 to 12 hours a day on one stream. 9 hours I think she done one stream for. think her longest stream is 9 hours. I can't be 100% sure without checking. And I really don't feel like writing them. But if you're doing a stream that long, going off for an hour or two and then coming back on a stream, she ain't sleeping. The only time I think she's eating is when she's cooking on a stream. Or I think she would miss out on her meals. So what you call nodding out may be completely exhausted person whose body is trying to shut down for a couple of hours. Trust me, I live with chronic pain. I can be awake for days, but then I'll be out like a light. And I can be sitting up, and you could think that I'm looking at something, and I'll be fast asleep. And no, that's not because of drugs, that's because of exhaustion. Being so physically exhausted that you can't keep your eyes open. Maybe she is abusing her meds, I don't know. And it is not my place to judge her. And I will not. Because if she is struggling with something, she doesn't need to be kicked down. She needs a hand up. Let us be the kind of people we want others to be. Let us take a moment to think about what somebody else is going through. Divorce is one of the most stressful things in the world you will ever go through. We don't know if Michelle is going to be able to get a loan to cover her house payments, or if she's going to have to find somewhere new to go. But wherever it comes down to, I hope that she finds peace. And with that, I hope everybody finds peace. So I'm going to tie this up here. I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to go to bed. And again, I apologise for all the pauses, all the bits that had to be cut out. I will try not to cut out too many. And I shall see you on the next one. Good night.